What's up, everyone? Namco here, talking about DraftKings, talking about week 3, talking about, last week was okay, week 1 was so great, let's make week 3 fantastic. But you got to be in it to win it. So if you've had some injuries this week, sign up for DraftKings. If you had AP go down, if you had Woodhead, my boy, our boy, Dustin's boy, whoever, go down and you want to get into some daily action, now's the time to do it. So follow the card or the link in the description below, sign up that way, that helps out. Smack talk, and here we go, let's give you some picks. So I'm going to start off with the running backs. Remember, these are PPR leagues, and I'm looking for 5,000 below for the skill positions. So I'm first going to start with McKinnon. So obviously Adrian Peterson's down, looks like he's done for the season, at least the fantasy season. He might come back for the real NFL playoffs, and he's $3,800 this week. And I know they have a tougher matchup with Carolina, but based on the Peterson injury, DraftKings only adjusted him only $100 up. He was $37 last week, so I think that's a good value play at this point. He's going to touch the ball a lot. I think he catches the ball some. You know, goal line work, he might miss out, but you never know. I think that's just a great value to start. Next guy on the list is another due to an injury. Abdullah for the Detroit Lions makes Theo Riddick bump up our list. He's $4,900, so he did get a little bit more of a price adjustment than McKinnon. But, you know, Theo Riddick playing Green Bay is a little scary because Green Bay is very good against the run. Good thing about Theo is he gets out on the edge, and that's where you can kind of hurt the Green Bay run attack. They're really tough up the middle, so PPR, I kind of like Riddick. There's also some other running backs. You got Sims and other injuries like that, so take a look. But I actually really like the receivers this week, so I'm going to give you 4, and I've started these as 3 receivers and 1 flex, and then made a stud lineup the rest of the way. So let's start off with Dorsett. You know, Moncrief is out for the next couple weeks. Dorsett's got a lot of hype coming into the year. He's only $4,400 playing San Diego, and that's the second highest over under the week. So Luck's going to be chucking the ball a lot. Dorsett could find the end zone once, maybe even twice. Not banking on, I'm just saying. Next guy I got is Diggs. You know, Minnesota is hurt obviously with the Peterson injury, but Diggs has just been playing great this year. In DraftKings, he's had 20 points and 36 points the last 2 weeks. He's $5,100. So again, it's that Carolina defense. I know it's a little above the 5,000 mark I'm talking about, but due to the fact that he's playing Carolina, their secondary isn't as scary as it was a year ago, and just the amount of volume he's getting, the amount of targets, I think he's going to be owned in a ton of leagues, but based on that value, I kind of think you need to be one of the people that own him. All right, next I'm going to move on to one of Dustin's kind of breakout guy. Well, not breakout, but post-breakout, older guy that's looking good now. For the Baltimore Ravens, that's Mike Wallace. Playing Jacksonville, he's $5,000 or $5,000. And in terms of Wallace, the thing that I like is the touchdowns, right? He had 2 last week, and I don't think that's fluky. I think they're going to look for him in the red zone, and he can certainly break the long one as well. All right, the last receiver I'm going to go with is a guy I really liked coming into the year that's obviously hadn't panned out at the beginning, and you were sad if you drafted really early in the 6th round in season-long leagues, but that's Parker, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, playing that Cleveland Brown team that isn't that good all around. I don't think it's going to be a great day for Cleveland. So I am a little bit worried about him in the second half if Miami gets up big, but he could break a long one. 4,900, and he had 21 points last week, 21.6 to be exact. A repeat of that performance isn't insane, and he really broke out in the second half, and I think he's finally overtaken still, so I think he's worth a gamble this week. All right, let's move to the quarterback, tight end, and defense. Gonna have a Miami flavor here, so let's just start with the quarterback. Go with Tannehill, $6,200, playing that Cleveland team. He is at home as well, so I do like Tannehill to do fairly decent throwing the ball, but I think he's gonna pick up some sneaky rushing yards as well, so I like Tannehill for that reason. Tight end, I'm gonna go over to Baltimore. Pitta's $3,400. They're playing Jacksonville. Thing I love about Pitta, if you know me, you know I love targets, and he had counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 last week. I think that Flacco's going to look for him quite a bit again. I have Pitta in the season-long weekly rankings right in the mid-round, where DraftKings has him as a clearly tight end 2. So I actually have him as a tight end 1 this week. And last, defense. I know it's been tough to find one the last couple weeks. Baltimore actually ended up working out for us, you know, whenever I picked them, when I was nervous about it. But this week, I'm going with the Miami Dolphins. How can you not? We have him as our second-ranked tight end for the season-long weekly leagues. They're $3,000. DraftKings certainly doesn't have them valued as the second best. And they're going against Cleveland with all of the injuries that go going on, and Corey Coleman's now out. It's just, this is the play you got to do. They're my defense in pretty much all my DraftKings lineups, which means I'm sure they ain't going to do great. So mix it around a little bit, but I obviously do like them for a reason. All right, that's your week 3 DraftKings value plays. Hopefully you do well. And like I said, you don't use all of these guys. Pick and choose and then get some studs in there. I've been, doing some stack with the Saints as well, 53.5. So if I'm doing the Sunday Mondays, I put some of these guys in, stack with like a Breeze, a Snead, and a Cooks, and see what happens. All right, good luck.